couldn't think of a better way to kick the season off, and gonna get her cleaned up and get her in the cooler.
First hunt of the year for Cody and I. It's old Dad's turn today.
That has got to be the biggest bodied deer I have ever killed in my life.
Literally, this deer is driving me insane. Oh my goodness. Pretty sure I just killed that big 8-pointer.
Well, welcome to another episode of Deer Season 23. Fall's here, the temperatures are dropping, leaves are changing, the crops are coming out. It's just the best time of year, you can't beat it. Hunting seasons are opening all across the Midwest. I know guys have been getting out, including myself. I've been doing a little bit of doe management here on Terry's farm by myself. And then later on in this episode, you'll see Dan and Cody Thurston out there. They knocked down a big old Kansas buck for his birthday, so you're gonna wanna check that out. But out here this morning, shooting my bow a little bit, trying to stay sharp, shooting the Morel High Roller foam target, and absolutely love it. Been using it for a long time. This one's obviously new, but we got a couple that we've been putting through the paces. A lot of guys I know travel to hunt, and you got all your hunting gear packed in your truck. Having a small target you can toss in there when you get there, sight your bow in, shoot a couple shots every day, and make sure your sight's still on. And with that being said, why don't we hop into the episode and check out some of these hunts. Going in tonight, and the tactic we're going after tonight is manage your does. If you followed Terry for any length of time, you know that early in the season, managing our does is a big part of our early season game plan. So we're gonna try to make him proud tonight. Unfortunately, he isn't able to be here, but we're gonna try to go out and get us a big old doe tonight. Pretty sure I heard her crash over there. It looked good, she was quartering away pretty hard. I tucked it back behind that last rib, zipped it in there. Man, she should be down. That's pretty awesome. First deer 2023. Boom. Well, here we go. Deer season has arrived, September 16th, second day of the season. Put the Matthews to work, and the rage, I mean, it went up. She was quartering away, went in that last rib, exited right in front of that front shoulder, and I mean, went up through everything. And she only went about 125 yards, mostly downhill there. So couldn't think of a better way to kick the season off, and gonna get her cleaned up and get her in the cooler now.
This episode of DoD TV is brought to you by Hunter Specialties, serious hunting tools.
September 16th. First hunt of the year for Cody and I. It's old Dad's turn today. Cody was coming back from Nebraska the other day and went to our farm north of here and stopped and hopped up in the blind just for surveillance. And sure enough, at 7:04, the deer we are after came walking out. We're going to try to see what we can do with him tonight. Hopefully at 7:04 he'll repeat himself again. And they were the first two, the two bigger bucks were the first two out on the field. So let's see what happens. Kansas, here we come. That is awesome. We've got a nice deer. He's old, he's big, he's fat like me, and Cody and I are hunting together. It's going to be a fun afternoon. Let's go get him. Get you spraying up on there? Good grief, it feels like it's rained on me.
Our farmer's cutting the crops. But it'll be alright because he's right on the other side of the field.
About the only one good thing when we're in a drought. Walking the dry creek beds is great access.
Should be a good evening. Deercast says great. Well, it is great just to be out. We'll see what happens.
We got our first visitors. There, but I couldn't tell. It went in more torso than neck. His buddy walked 15 yards away from us and walked right past us, didn't care. But he, being 5, 6, or 7, didn't like us. And it started to rain.
Well, last night's shot wasn't very good. We have a tracking dog coming from Topeka. We're gonna see if we can find this deer. I'm very happy with myself today. Didn't hardly sleep last night, but it happens. So we're gonna go see if we can find him, see what happens. What a body. I'm humbled. What a deer. That has got to be the biggest bodied deer I have ever killed in my life. It looks like a 55-gallon drum with legs on it. Look at that thing. The 19th of September is my birthday. Today is the 16th, so I'm going to call this guy the birthday buck. I got to thank Cody, Dennis Tyson, everyone involved in helping kill this deer on a place that we own. And very, very appreciative, of course, of this guy for reading the script. But we found him this morning, and I am jacked. It doesn't get any better.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Yes, Cody. Love you.
Love you too. He's gonna be 275 pounds.
This is one of the biggest body deers I've ever seen.
Congrats to Forrest and the Thurstons for getting it done early. And you know what? Contact, mister. Now we're gonna show you guys a story from deer season 22 about an old bully buck. After a long game of playing cat and mouse, team member Adam Anderson ends the story on an awesome drop-tine 8-point. This episode of DoD TV is brought to you by Hawk, designed for those who push their limits to hunt stronger, safer, and smarter. Hunt from above.
You know, we had a couple deer that I was hunting, just bad luck, things just didn't go my way. So now we actually make it through gun season here in Missouri, and I've got a big mature 8-pointer on this new farm that I just purchased. He's got a drop-tine, and I'm super excited. I have never killed a buck with a drop-tine before.
Well, it's November the 30th, and Mr. Boone Lee and I are back in the Muddy Bowl again this afternoon. Tonight we're set up on this standing bean field. I actually just came in this morning with the skid loader and picked this blind up and moved it to the southeast part of this field. Tonight we've got a west-northwest wind. We're sitting right where this big 8-pointer with the Droptine. I've seen him twice now. I've had 2 encounters with him, and he's literally fed right here within bow range of this box blind. So give me some, buddy. We're excited. It's gonna be a good night. Fingers crossed, hopefully it happens tonight. He's gotta come out here. Come on, buddy. Hopefully he turns and comes into the field right here. They're real quiet. He's not very far at all, buddy. This is the closest we've had him yet. He's not gonna come out, he's gonna go further down. Doggone it. Well, that was definitely him. He came exactly where I thought he was gonna come from. I'm hoping maybe he'll get on this logging road and then come out and feed right here.
I can see him.
Yeah, that's him, isn't it? Man, we should have been in that other blind, I guess. He's gonna push that other buck off. Tell him to come down here.
Come down here.
So we're sitting there watching this buck, and we're just hoping maybe before dark that he's gonna come our way.
Oh, man.
But unfortunately, he doesn't. He works away from us and gets back into the timber.
Well, I've got my first deer of the night out in the field. I've been watching deer back in the timber just a little ways for the last hour, but they're finally just now starting to come out. Maybe this big buck will show up tonight. This timber's so thick along the edge here, I really can't see back in there very far. So a lot of times these deer I look up and there's one standing there.
South wind is not good for this spot, so I go in, I'm self-filming, I've got bucks in the field, and I look up, and sure enough,
well, the buck I want to kill just stepped out. He's about 100 yards. Come on. Right there in front of that other blind. 38 yards from that blind right now.
we're playing cat and mouse with this deer. He is on the other side of the field, right in front of that same box blind I was in last night.
Well, it is December the 12th. I'm back in this muddy bowl this afternoon. Tonight, I'm set up on this 3.5 acre standing bean field. This field has been absolutely full of deer every night. There's been one buck here that I want to kill. He's a big, super tall 8-pointer, short tines, got a drop tine. Last night, I had my 4th encounter with that buck. I was actually sitting in the hog blind, which is about 125 yards from here, across the field. Well, the deer comes out, walks 25 to 30 yards right in front of this box blind last night. So tonight I came in here, I got in here just a little bit early. The wind is not good at all. It's actually blowing right to that other box blind, which is right in the middle of the field. I nose jammed everything down really good. I sprayed the blind down. I scent crushed all my clothes. I've got everything, done everything I can possibly do to try to minimize and get rid of all my scent as much as possible. So DeerCast is saying it's gonna be a good night tonight. So I am super excited. I've got my Matthews locked and loaded. Fingers crossed, hopefully I get it done tonight. Bow Madness style. It's gonna be a pretty good set, I think. Either way, I should see a lot of deer, but I just hope I see the right deer. Oh my gosh, that's him right there. He's out early and he's on that side of the field. Oh, there he is, doggone it. I wish I was sitting in that blind tonight. He's gonna be right there in front of it. I knew I should have set that blind. He's 35 yards from that blind right now. Don't matter where I'm at, he's always at the other side of the field. Literally, this deer is driving me insane. I'll set that blind, which I should have been in that blind tonight because the wind is better for it anyways. Tonight, the wind is completely wrong for this blind. But every time I've seen him, he's been down here. That's another mature deer right there. This might work to my advantage because that big 8 up there, he's definitely the dominant buck here. I really think that buck's gonna probably see this one and come down here.
So I looked up, here comes a short G3 buck, and I get really excited because I know that drop-tine 8 is gonna come to my end of the field and push this deer out of the field. Sure enough, I looked up and here he comes. He is coming my way.
Come on, yes, come on, keep coming. It might be in the game here. Okay, come on. We're getting close.
So I'm sitting there watching this buck feed at 35 yards. He's quartered to me just a little bit. And I know as soon as I crack this window open, I'm gonna have to be quick because all of these deer are gonna be straight downwind and they're gonna take off if I don't get it done.
He's a turn broad. Pretty sure I just killed that big 8-pointer. The hit was back just a little bit. I've been playing cat and mouse with this deer over and over. And tonight he actually came out super early, but he was at the other side of the field, literally 25 yards in front of the blind that I hunted last night. I'm telling you, I'm a huge believer in this nose jammer and these box blinds. Scent crusher, if you do all that stuff, you can literally get by with hunting them on any wind direction. It is incredible. Well, I just climbed out of the box blind and I've been looking at DeerCast track. I'm gonna give him some time and I definitely don't want to bump him. There's something there, it goes all the way, he's just spraying.
We came home, ate dinner, and we went back to the farm and we start the track job.
Well, we've made it about, I'd say, roughly 150 yards off the edge of the field. There's a lot of blood. It's been really picking up here, so I hope he's close. Dude, he's right there. Yes! Oh, look how tall he is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Can you see him good there?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, look how tall he is. Look at that drop tine. Resident archery any deer, right?
December the 12th did not disappoint here in Missouri tonight. I tell you, I am super excited to be sitting behind this buck. Tonight was my 5th encounter that I've had with him. He came out early. He was the first buck to come out into the field. You know, the shot was just a little bit back, unfortunately, but that's just part of it. We decided to come in here. He didn't go 200 yards out of the field. I couldn't be any more proud of this buck, and it's my first drop-tine buck, so it's pretty awesome.
We're adding new videos every week, so make sure to click that subscribe button and check out all of our amazing content. This episode of DoD TV is brought to you by DeerCast Maps, waypoints, weather, virtual rain gauges, and more. Every tool you need to get ahead of your game.